She's still paying attention to you. You cross her mind more often than you think, yet she will never be the one to reach out. And the reason behind that will completely shift how you see relationships. Most men go through life confused, assuming women think and feel the same way they do. They don't, not even close. A woman will often choose silence over admitting fault. She would rather watch from a distance, revisit your stories, and replay memories in her head than actually take action. You assume she's moved on? She hasn't. She's observing, waiting, hoping, but she will not be the one to break first. And once you truly understand why, your entire perspective will change. If you're ready for the unfiltered truth, if you've ever experienced the confusion of a woman who once cared deeply suddenly acting like you don't exist, this might be the most important thing you hear. Today, we're breaking down 5 hard truths about why she watches but never reaches out. Stay with this because by the end, you'll understand attraction and your own value on a completely different level. 1. She's addicted to watching. She can't stop checking on you. She thinks about you, but she won't make contact. Not because she doesn't care, not because she's fully moved on, but because she's attached to the position of watching without revealing herself. There's power in observing from a distance. She scrolls through your photos, checks your updates, replays old moments, but she refuses to be the first to act. Why? Because men and women process these emotions differently. When a man misses someone, he tends to act. He reaches out, tries to fix things, makes his intentions clear. A woman? She waits. She analyzes. She tests without saying a word. She's not watching because she necessarily wants you back. She's watching to confirm that she still matters to you. At her core, she's protecting her position. She avoids rejection. She avoids appearing vulnerable. The moment she texts first, calls first, or admits she's been thinking about you, she risks losing control. And for her, control matters more than closure. So instead of acting, she observes. She lets time work in her favor, expecting that eventually you'll be the one to break. That's where most men get trapped. They think, if she's watching, she must still care. But that's not how it works. A woman reaches out when she fears losing you completely, not when she feels secure that you're still there. Right now, she doesn't believe she's lost you. She assumes you'll come back eventually. So she watches, quietly. She checks if you're happy, if you've moved on, if someone else has taken her place. And if something triggers her, she reacts, but indirectly. She posts strategically. She creates attention. She signals without speaking. But she will not contact you directly. Because doing that would mean admitting that you affect her. And that's a position she avoids unless she has no other choice. If she truly wanted you back, you wouldn't be guessing. She'd already be making it clear. Women don't sit idle over men they fear losing. So if she's only watching, understand this clearly. You are an option, not a priority. And the moment you stop watching her back, the moment you disappear completely, everything shifts. Now she's the one questioning. Now she's the one overthinking. Your silence becomes louder than anything you could say. 2. She fears losing control more than losing you. It's not always about missing you. It's about whether she still has influence over you. She's not sitting there grieving the relationship. She's wondering if she still has a hold on your emotions. If losing you truly scared her, she wouldn't have walked away so easily. This is about power. A woman doesn't always leave because she's unhappy. Sometimes she leaves because she feels like she's no longer in control. She tests repeatedly. And if you fail those tests, if you become needy, overly available, or lose your focus, she begins to detach. Breakups don't happen overnight, they build gradually. By the time she leaves, she's often already checked out emotionally. But here's what most men misunderstand: leaving doesn't always mean she's done forever. Sometimes she leaves to see how you react. Will you chase? Will you beg? Will you prove that she still holds your attention? If you do, that confirms everything for her. It tells her she still has control. And that's exactly why she won't reach out first. Because reaching out would mean she's no longer in control of the situation. And that's what she avoids most. She doesn't fear losing just any man. She fears losing control over a man she can still influence. As long as she believes you're thinking about her, checking on her, waiting for her, she has no reason to come back. But the moment that belief is broken, that's when everything changes. She starts testing the waters indirectly, posting things to get your attention, looking for any reaction. If you respond, she regains control. If you don't, uncertainty hits her. And now she's asking herself, did I misjudge him? Has he moved on? Did I actually lose him? That's when the dynamic flips. Because her real fear isn't losing you, it's losing her emotional hold over you. 3. The one who cares less holds the power. This is the unspoken rule most men never understand. The moment you care less than she does, you win. Attraction isn't built on promises or history, it's built on uncertainty. The moment she fully figures you out, when she knows you're always there, always waiting, the attraction fades. She might still like you, she might even care, but she won't chase. Why would she? In her mind, she already has you, and people don't chase what they feel is already secured. Women are drawn to what feels uncertain. The man who isn't fully predictable, the man who isn't easily figured out, the man who might walk away at any moment. That's what creates emotional intensity. But when you become too available, too expressive, too predictable, you remove the challenge. And without challenge, attraction fades. This is where most men lose their value. They overtext, they overexplain, they seek reassurance, and every time they do, they give away their position. Because in her mind, she starts thinking, if he cares this much, I can have him whenever I want. And the moment she believes that, she stops wanting you. Respect isn't built through chasing, it's built through restraint. Women respect men who can walk away, who don't beg, who stay focused on their own path. When you become that man, everything shifts. Now she's the one questioning. Now she's the one chasing. 4. Your absence speaks louder than anything you say. Silence is power. It forces her to sit with her thoughts, her decisions, and her doubts. Most men think words will fix everything. They believe if they explain enough, say the right things, or remind her of the past, they can win her back. But words don't create attraction. Emotion does, and emotion grows in uncertainty, not clarity. You could send the perfect message, and it still wouldn't bring her back because she doesn't feel regret when you give her answers. She feels it when she has questions, and the only way to create that is through absence. You have to become unknown again. When you disappear, her mind fills the silence. She starts wondering, why hasn't he reached out? Has he moved on? Did I make a mistake? She replays memories. She revisits moments. She compares you to others. But none of that happens if you're still present. She needs to feel your absence to understand your value. When you remove yourself completely, she loses access. And that's when doubt begins to grow. That doubt is what triggers regret, not your words, not your explanations, your absence. 5. If she truly wanted you, she would act. This is the hardest truth, but the most important one. If she genuinely wanted you in her life, she would make it happen. No confusion, no mixed signals, no silence. She wouldn't sit back and watch. She wouldn't rely on hints or indirect signals. She would act. If all she's doing is observing from a distance, then you are not her priority. She might miss you, she might think about you, but not enough to take action. And that's what separates men who waste time from men who understand their worth. A high value man doesn't analyze silence, he doesn't wait for signs. He understands one simple truth: if she wanted him, she would be there. No games, no delays, just action. If she's silent, that silence is your answer. And once you accept that, you stop waiting. You stop chasing. You move forward. You focus on yourself. You build your life. You become stronger, sharper, and untouchable. And one day, when she finally realizes what she lost, she may come back, but by then, you won't be the same man anymore. And that will be her greatest regret. Stop chasing illusions. Stop waiting for something that isn't coming. Understand the truth. Step into your value. Move forward and never look back.